as Jack mentioned, take you through a little bit about our integration platform, um, and then dive into e-commerce and marketplace solutions and how that works with the Navigator powered by Alluvia solution. So what's special about our solution is that it integrates to all three SAP solutions, whether it be Business One, ByDesign, or S/4HANA. And it's a cloud-based solution which provides rapid deployment and quick time to value using our drag and drop platform, which I will show you later, pre-built connectors, and fast custom integration. So if there's something that we don't have pre-built, we can always go about building it later. The other benefit of it being cloud-based is during a project upgrade, there is no impact to the integration. It's usually a 10-minute just validation that all the connections are still there and you're ready to go after a post upgrade. So as mentioned, the solution integrates to all SAP products, and there's a host of solutions that we'll be covering, focusing on e-com and marketplace. But I did want to mention, besides those two, we also specialize in CRM, logistics, procurement and spend management, banking, and other SAP solutions such as Ariba and Concur. So from an e-commerce standpoint, this isn't an all-inclusive list, but it's a pretty comprehensive list of the most common integrations that we integrate to and have pre-built integrations for. And whether it's Shopify or WooCommerce, Magento, or BigCommerce on the e-commerce side, the marketplace, of course, Amazon, and we're getting a lot of activity in the Walmart space as of late as well as eBay and Newegg. So from CRM, we have integrations built to Salesforce, HubSpot, Zoho, and then shipping solutions. So if you are going to have an e-commerce solution, you're either going to have a 3PL solution or you need a shipping solution for yourself, such as ShipStation. And then other SAP products, as I mentioned earlier, Concur and Ariba, Expensify, and Procurify. So focusing in on e-commerce, our standard flow looks something like this, where we will have the Amazon, Shopify, WooCommerce, whatever you want to integrate to will be here, passing the information back into SAP. And if necessary, if it's not an FBA, Amazon FBA, say it's a Shopify order, comes in, sales order is created, we go ahead and we pass that order off to our shipping solution. It is shipped and delivered, which creates a delivery note in SAP, and then we pass all of that tracking information back to Shopify. And this is a standard flow. It can be changed. Some people just want the invoice and payment if they're using a direct connection to ShipStation. There's a host of different scenarios that we encompass and provide with our platform. So as of late, brick and mortar is becoming stronger and stronger. Well, it always has been strong, but it's making a comeback over 2021, actually growing faster than e-commerce. And as Jeff Bezos says when he's not flying around in space, 90% of the US retailers still are shopping in brick and mortar stores. So that's why you need an omni-channel perspective when it comes to your retail, whether you're dealing with point of sale or e-commerce. It all can be integrated through the platform that we provide and sending that information back into SAP. So whether it's the stores, it's coming through as a fulfilled over-the-counter order. If it's from an e-commerce site, It could be an over-the-counter order if it's coming from Amazon as an FBA, or if it's an FBM or a Shopify order, it will come in as a sales order, and then you process it and ship it out of your own warehouse. So when we focus in on marketplace, Amazon is clearly the number one marketplace from an integration standpoint that we come across. And they have, as I have been alluding to, they have FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon, where you're sending your inventory to Amazon and they're handling all the shipping and all of that for you. And then you're receiving the completed order back. And what's unique about our solution is that we're capturing all of those fees. So here you can see your order subtotals $23. Your tax we capture, the fulfillment fees are captured, the commission is captured, and the total fees of $687 here are then passed along, in this case, to Business One, where you have your original order, your fees, and your applied amount. For an FBM, that's when you're fulfilling it, fulfilled by merchant. So that's more in line with a standard e-com order like a Shopify or WooCommerce or one of those, where the order is created by Amazon. You're getting the order, you're shipping the order, and you're sending delivery back to Amazon that you've completed the order. So then from FBA, from a ByDesign perspective, it's similar transactions. It's we just have it in the ByDesign screens here so you can see it, where the order comes through and it's broken down with the fees and captured as the net amount that you're receiving. And again, the Amazon FBM for ByDesign happens the same way as it does for Business One. But why I show it both ways is that we're handling it across multiple SAP platforms. So whatever your platform is, we can handle it. And as I mentioned earlier, we're getting a lot of activity with Walmart as of late. And Walmart has the marketplace solution, and then they also have Walmart fulfillment services. So they are acting in essence like an Amazon, where you're shipping the goods to them, they're holding it in their distribution center, and they're managing all the fulfillment for you. And Amazon has a few different models where they're actually buying the inventory from you and putting it on their shelves. Whether you're a DSV model, the fulfillment by Walmart, and fulfillment by vendor, which is just standard 3PL. And no matter what the case may be, what I mentioned, we have these pre-built templates. So we have templates for, in this case, Amazon, for Shopify, ShipStation, and BigCommerce, and others. But these are just four that I'm highlighting. And with each of these, you get presented with 2 or 3 different most common models that we've seen and implemented. And it goes through the package details, what's included, the timeline, which is you can be up and running within 7 days when you pick one of these solutions, and a flow chart of how the transaction will flow. So if you fit into one of these solutions, as I mentioned, you can be up in 7 days. You always can customize these after the fact. Or if you need something unique to yourself, we can build, using these templates, build a custom solution for you. Implementation time then will be a little bit longer, but you'll get exactly what is required for your business. And then we'll take a moment to talk about the platform. So it's, as I mentioned, a web-based solution where you go in and you're creating a connection to the, in this case, Shopify system. And then you go in and create the templates or use the templates. So this is a predefined template for order posting to Shopify. So we have the Alluvia fields and the Shopify fields here, and the template falls into the middle automatically. And then if we needed to add other information, we could drag a field from here and drag a field from here, and then they would be linked. So the data from one would be transferred to the other. What's also very unique about our system and kind of a game changer is our ability to create custom formulas between transferring information. So as we pull the information from one system, we can then click on that information and say it's an address field that needs to be in a different format. We can go in and we can say, manipulate it through this formula editor to then be presented to the Shopify system in the format that they need, for example. Also, you have the ability to punch out to an external system. So if there's an external piece of data that is required, we can stop, go out, get a piece of data, bring it back in, and then pass that along as well with the information. And once all the templates are created, we go ahead and we create the order of um, processing. So we're going to download the orders, we're going to post the orders, then deliveries, and then the delivery posting. So we'll just run through the sequence of events in that order each time it kicks off the event. And another game changer for us is our portal where we're listing all the transactions that are flowing through the system. So here we have each transaction listed and the status of the transactions, whether it's successfully posted, it's ready to post, meaning it's waiting for the next post cycle, or if it's failed. And if it failed for whatever reason, you can actually go ahead and drill into the transaction and look at the details behind the transaction, see exactly why it failed, and then go ahead and update the information either here in a Band-Aid type fashion, or you can look at the information, say it's an item key doesn't match or whatever the case may be. You can go into the source or the destination system and enter or modify the item keys so they do match, and then that you'll never have that error again. And then you would reset it to ready to post, and then the next cycle it would repost. But why I also bring up is that every time there's an error in that log, our support desk is also being notified. So not only do you get an email notification that this error has occurred, our support desk is looking at a dashboard 24/7, seeing if any transactions have failed, and if they have, they immediately go in and try to resolve the situation. And if they cannot, they will contact you, say if it's the item key that I've mentioned. Obviously, we don't know what the item key should be, so we would contact you, say, hey, you have this error, you need to fix this item key. You would go ahead, fix it, say, okay, I'm done. We'd reset it to post, and it would go on. So we have an outstanding support around our product, as I mentioned, 24/7, and you're getting um, support from people who can resolve the situation, not from just a call person who's just taking down notes. The person you get on the phone can actually fix the problem. We also have our bank reconciliation module, which is very popular, which I'm not going to focus on too much today, but just so you know that it is out there. And it connects to almost all banks globally. And that's it. So I just want to wrap up with the Navigator solution powered by Alluvia gives you pretty much any scenario of e-commerce, point of sale, retail scenario that you need. And we integrate into many of the most common platforms. And if you're running multiple stores, so if you have two Shopify, a Woo, a BigCommerce, Amazon, Walmart, dot, 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 and we do have customers that have that scenario. We can have multiple Shopify stores, multiple platforms, integration all through the Alluvia platform, which allows you to have the integrations you require, the support you need, and all with one common solution. So one integration partner through Navigator and Alluvia.